Hello everybody and welcome back to the Bayonetta 2 walkthrough. So, we've unlocked Chapter 6 and we are going to be completing it in this part. However, basically on the Chapter Select screen you can go to any chapter at any point in time and collect stuff if you so choose. Now, seeing as we have just gotten the snake within, we can now actually get the 2 broken witch heart pieces in Chapter 1 that we couldn't get before. And also, since we have Crow within, we can get that damn Umber and Tears of Blood as well. So, to try and just pad out this part, that's what we're going to do. Now, you can skip cutscenes at any point throughout the game. It's an absolute godsend. After I think you've beaten the game, you unlock Fast Skip. And basically, you press Z, R, and the minus button, and you fast skip cutscenes. It's absolute godsend, especially when you're speedrunning, because you just don't have to worry. But here is the first Broken Witch Heart that we couldn't collect. It's very sneaky little jammy devils. It's really, really mean, because it's the only instance where it happens. There's the 3 things in this chapter. After this point, you never come across something where you can't access it immediately, or unlock it immediately. So I do find it just really, really mean that they did this here. Now, getting that crow is difficult, because you have to Panther Within off and double jump, you have to Crow Within, and then it's a case of, will you get there in time? If not, you have to go back and repeat the entire process. It's just like, why? And now it's time to get our second Broken Witch Heart. Which I believe that basically you need to have this verse here before you can access it. But after that point, we will most definitely be getting it, and then we will be just editing out Chapter 1. But as a fact, you do have to finish the verse. Well, finish the entire chapter, I think, to get the things saved and all of that. Which is mean, but the thing is that you can get through this very quickly. So I would not worry at all. So, where was that other Broken Witch Heart piece hiding? Just down here! And it's exactly the same thing as the first one. You cannot access it without Snake Within. So it's just like, ugh. Now, basically, there is a problem that happens if you skip verses. Basically, every missed verse counts as a stone award, or something relatively equivalent. So it knocks down your grade by 1. So you do not want to be missing verses if you can at all help it, if you want high scores. If you're just kind of speeding through the game, then you really aren't going to be bothering about your rank. Which is fine. But yeah, it's not fun.
Be right back. This one's gonna be fun. Been looking for a workout like this for a while. Ta-ta. Had to crawl down to a deep circle to get this bad boy. I think he'll do great.
So yes, this is Chernobog, and it's a scythe with multiple scythes on it. It's really cool. It's slow, but it can be quite powerful, and in certain instances, it's a very, very, very helpful weapon, as you will be seeing. And now, after a nice kind of 5.5 minute diversion, it's time to actually go into this chapter. Yes, it is that short. This is the shortest chapter in the game. It's ridiculous. Like, I mean, I almost find it just slightly offensive that it's this short. Because it's just feels so anticlimactic. Now, I'll point out that the Golden Hymns LP for Joan of Arc is Ölkönig, also called De Ölkönig, which is a poem by Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. And yeah, it's old, and it's a poem and song, and basically about the death of a child assailed by a supernatural being, which is the Earl King, or Earl König. So we have this guy. Which, like, this fight is awesome. Don't get me wrong, I love this fight. It's epic, it's exciting, it's very dynamic, and, I mean, it's a very good place to use your swords. Because you are going to be generally in close proximity, but also there are times where you will move away, and that's not quite as fun. My problem with this fight is that it is so short, and there is, like, no cutscene in this at all. So, you basically just have a 4-minute chapter, which, really, I just feel slightly cheated. Because, while it's a cool fight and all, it doesn't feel like it goes on for long enough. Like, I mean, in terms of needing or wanting to get a platinum or a pure platinum on this can be a challenge. And if it was any longer, it would probably be even more hellish. But, like, it is just so short that it just feels like it doesn't do anything. Like, it's the only way I can describe it. There's just nothing here. Like, in the first game, when you came up against the carnal virtues, like, they'd been built up just about enough before you went in to the fight. It's like the couple of chapters beforehand, them as villains had been built up. So then when you finally went to kill them, it was cool, but also the chapters lasted, like, 10 minutes, partly because of cutscenes, but also because of the fights themselves. So the boss fight chapters felt good, and epic, and awesome. This guy just comes out of nowhere, like, just ridiculously quickly out of nowhere, attacks you, and then he's done. And that's it.
I don't think you'll be able to get a new one of those.
It's just really kind of... yeah. And once again, our epic victory is soured by our enemy doing something to screw us over. But thankfully I got a platinum, because that took me a good few tries, because I kept getting hit, and because I wasn't defeating it quick enough, I just kept getting golds, which was not fun. But thankfully, got the platinum, it is done, I can move on. It's time for chapter 7, which is definitely a better chapter. Thank God.